Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna be talking about the picks and predictions for UFC Seattle. Um, Sorry this is super late. I just had a midterm and yeah, I just couldn't be asked to do it earlier. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, fight number one: Modestus versus Raphael. Ain't trying to pronounce either of their last names. I'm going with Modestus for the win. I just don't think Raphael's that good, man. I just think that he kind of sucks, to be honest. He looks really shit against Ibo Aslan. His record outside of the UFC is super padded. He's kind of a fraud. So yeah, we're just gonna be going with Modestus here. All right, next Nursultan Ruzaboyev versus Eric McConaughey. This is a pretty straightforward Nursultan pick. I don't think McConaughey is that good either. And I think that Nursultan actually is pretty decent. He's got better striking, better wrestling. He might be forfeiting a bit of like muscle mass just because he fights at welterweight and this guy fought at light heavyweight. But even still, he's taller. He's got a longer reach. I just think he's gonna win. Pretty straightforward. All right. Fight number three is Austin Vanderford versus Nikolai Veretennikov. Um, we're going with Austin Vanderford here. This one's pretty close. Neither of these guys are like that amazing UFC level. But Vanderford's got a pretty decent regional career. He's got wins over some pretty decent names. And yeah, that's just kind of my thought process on this one. All right, fight number four: Ricky Simone versus Javid Basharat. We're going Javid Basharat here. Ricky Simone's on a 3-fight skid. Um, he's kind of just like a pressure wrestler. And I do think that on the other side, Javid Basharat has a pretty good striking, pretty good wrestling, and decent enough takedown defense to be able to keep it standing on at least 2 out of the 3 rounds. I don't know for sure. I'm hoping that Javid loses, and I think that if Ricky's like at his best, I think that he could very well win this fight. But I just don't think he's there anymore, man. I just don't think he's in his prime right now. And yeah, that sucks to say, but I'm going with Javid Basharat. All right, fight number 5 is Nick Klein versus Mansour Abdul Malik. We're going with Mansour Abdul Malik here. Uh, this is a pretty confident pick. He's like kind of a super prospect. He's training at a really good gym in Extreme Couture. Um, he's a better wrestler. He's a better striker, and yes, he's got worse BJJ, but that really doesn't matter because he's just gonna be able to keep it he's just gonna be able to keep it standing, and score an early knockout. That's kind of how I see this fight going. I just think he's gonna be able to keep it on the feet and just knock out Nick Klein. All right, fight number 6, Andre Fili versus Melquizel Costa. So I'm going with Andre Fili here. This fight is lined super close. It's like -110, -110. And I'm going with Andre Fili by decision here. I think he's going to be able to keep it on the feet. And on the feet, Costa's pretty mid, to be honest. He's got like okay kicks and like okay striking, but Fili's just a much better boxer. He's much cleaner. He's much faster. And I think he's just going to be able to keep it on the feet and just out-jab Costa. All right, fight number 7 is Ayan Kudalaba versus Ibo Aslan. I'm going with Ibo Aslan here. They're both pretty good strikers. Aslan's cleaner with his striking, but Kudalaba does have that like little bit of wrestling game that he has. But I don't think it's going to matter here. I think these two guys are just going to slug it out on the feet. And I think that Aslan is going to get the better of him. So yeah, that's my thought process on this fight. All right, fight number 8 is Alonzo Menefiel versus Julius Walker. We're going with Alonzo here. This is a pretty close fight in my opinion. I just think Alonzo's kind of like in the back nine of his career. He's not as good as he used to be. But I do think it's still going to be too much for Julius Walker. Just because Walker's so young, so unexperienced, and he's taking this fight on short notice, that I just don't think he's going to be able to beat Alonzo. This should be a fun fight though. It's probably gonna get a knockout, most likely I think. So yeah, definitely tune in for this one. All right, fight number 9. I'm super excited for this one. This is John Silva versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. I'm going with John Silva here, by TKO. I think that he's got much more power, much more like finishing ability on the feet. So yeah, I think this is just gonna kind of be like a pretty close striking match until Silva finds Bagdasaryan's chin and just knocks him out. I'm super excited for this one. I got it as a 10 out of 10. This is gonna be such a sick fight, and I'm excited to see John Silva back. All right, fight number 10 is Rob Font versus John Matsumoto. I hate to say it, but I think Rob Font's gonna take this, man. I think he's gonna be able to keep it on the feet, and just outbox him. Because Matsumoto did look a little bit like hittable against Brad Katona, which isn't a good look. And I think that just Rob Font's gonna be too much too soon for this guy, which sucks to say because I'm super high on this prospect, but I just think Font's gonna beat him. So for fight number 11, we got Fluffy Hernandez versus Brendan Allen. We're going with Fluffy here. Fluffy's just kind of like a middleweight Marab. This guy's got crazy pressure, crazy cardio, crazy wrestling. On the other side, we got Brendan Allen, who is kind of just a BJJ nerd. Yes, he's got good wrestling, he's got okay striking, but he's mostly known for his submissions. And I just think that Hernandez is going to be too much for him. I think he's going to make him gas out, and I think he's going to win the second and third rounds and get a 29-28 decision. Super excited for this one, by the way. All right, fight number 12 is Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. I got Song Yadong here. I think after training at Team Alpha Male, he's going to be able to stuff the takedowns of Cejudo. And kind of outbox him on the feet. Song Yadong's a really good striker. He is known for not having the best takedown defense, but I just think he's going to be too big for Cejudo, too young, too fast, and just be able to win this one pretty straightforward. I didn't bet yet on any of these fights. If I was going to, I'll probably put a bit on Song Yadong, maybe like an underdog shot at Rob Font or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not betting on this week. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Sorry if this was a little late. Not the most professional, but I had a midterm. I'm a kind of chill on videos this week and then get back to it next week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with it, and catch you in the next one.